Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a massive, incredibly common frustration. You know that feeling when you study English for years, memorizing endless vocabulary lists and passing all the tests, only to completely freeze up when it's time to actually speak in real life? Yeah, it's totally paralyzing, isn't it? If you've ever felt that sudden rush of panic when someone asks you a simple question on the street, you are in the exact right place. We're going to completely flip how you approach everyday English.
Look, let's just acknowledge the elephant in the room right off the bat. Why exactly do we freeze up? You probably know the grammar rules, you absolutely know the vocabulary, but when you're actually face to face with a real human being, fear and overthinking just take over. Your mind goes completely blank. You immediately start asking yourself, oh no, what if my English is wrong? What if the conversation gets super awkward? It's not a lack of knowledge, it's just a completely natural fear of judgment. And that fear creates a massive mental traffic jam, completely overloading your brain and silencing you before you can even get a single word out. So, we need to redefine success right here, right now. I want you to completely let go of this idea of perfect English. It's a myth anyway. Real fluency is simply comfortable, effective communication in everyday situations. You do not need complex, perfectly structured academic sentences. You just need simple English, spoken confidently to connect with people. At the end of the day, people care way more about understanding you than they do about your grammar. To get us there, we're walking through a really specific, actionable playbook today across 5 key areas. We'll cover the fluency trap, starting conversations, real-world survival, expressing true feelings, and wrap up with daily habits for confidence. Okay, let's jump right into section 1, the fluency trap. It's time to break free from textbook perfection. Think about it. When we rely entirely on textbook English, we fall into this exhausting habit of mentally translating every single word. You basically end up acting like a human dictionary, trying to construct this complicated, grammatically flawless sentence in your head before you even open your mouth. That kind of mental gymnastics creates immense stress and hesitation. Real-life English, though, it relies on direct, prepackaged chunks. Simple, untranslated sentences, it focuses purely on just getting your point across, which lets conversations actually flow naturally and quickly. Don't try to be a textbook. Just be a human trying to communicate a thought. Moving right along to section 2, which is honestly the hardest part for a lot of people, starting conversations naturally. This is all about courage over perfection. Just think about basic phrases like, "Hi, how are you? How's your day going?" Or "It's hot today, isn't it?" I mean, you already know these, right? You absolutely do not need complicated English to start a conversation. These tiny, simple sentences are incredibly powerful because when you combine them with a friendly smile and relaxed body language, they instantly create a human connection. Remember, most people aren't sitting there judging your English. They're just reacting to your friendly energy. And to keep that momentum going without totally stressing yourself out, just follow a simple 3-step loop. Step 1, ask a straightforward question, like, "How was your weekend?" Step 2, and honestly, this is the most crucial part, listen actively to the answer. Good conversations aren't just about waiting for your turn to speak. And step 3, ask a simple follow-up question based on what they just said. So if they say they went to the park, you follow up with, "Oh, was it crowded?" Questions show you're curious, they make the other person do the talking, and best of all, they take the pressure completely off of you. So, we've broken the ice. Let's head into section 3, real-world survival, navigating shops, restaurants, and everyday problems. The great thing about daily life is that it's actually incredibly predictable. Whether you're shopping, sitting at a restaurant, trying to solve a problem, or just on a phone call, the conversational patterns repeat constantly. "How much is this? I'd like to order, please. I think there's a mistake. Can you hear me clearly?" These are polite, highly useful phrases that you'll use day after day. Memorizing them by heart seriously smooths out your day. Plus, keeping it polite with please and thank you makes the whole interaction way more comfortable for everyone involved. Now, here is a totally fantastic tip from the source material to help you master these. Role play loudly at home. Seriously, I know it might feel a little silly at first, but imagine you're inside a bustling cafe. Ask out loud, "Can I get a coffee, please?" Your mouth needs physical training just as much as your brain needs mental training. Speaking loudly to yourself in an empty room totally removes the fear of embarrassment, and it builds amazing muscle memory for when you actually step out the door. All right, we're skipping the small talk now and getting a bit deeper. Section 4, expressing true feelings. Moving way beyond just good and bad. Because real fluency means actually being able to honestly express how you feel. If your default response is always just, "I'm fine," your conversations are going to stay pretty robotic. But by upgrading your emotional vocabulary with words like frustrated, disappointed, or motivated, you suddenly unlock the freedom to make your conversations significantly more meaningful and, well, human. When you can genuinely tell someone, I'm a little frustrated today, or I am so incredibly excited about tomorrow, you create an authentic connection that people just instinctively respond to. So how do we make all of this stick? That brings us to Section 5, Daily Habits for Confidence, making English an absolute automatic reflex. Here is how you actually build a fluent brain step by step. Step 1, narrate your life. As you're just walking around your house, say it out loud. I'm making breakfast. I'm feeling pretty tired. I need to clean my room. Step 2, keep a super simple journal. Just jot down a few basic sentences before bed about what you did that day. And Step 3, actively practice thinking directly in English instead of translating from your native language. By connecting English right into your personal routine, your brain retains the information so much better, and you stop panicking when it's time to speak to a real person. And honestly, here's the absolute best news of the day. You do not need hours of exhausting study time to do this. We're talking 10 to 15 minutes a day. That is it. Whether it's role-playing that cafe order or narrating your morning routine, just 15 minutes of consistent daily effort creates massive long-term improvement in your fluency. Small, daily repetition is what builds an unstoppable foundation. This really just nails our entire philosophy for today. Confidence grows through action, not silence. Every single fluent speaker you have ever admired, they struggled once. They felt nervous, and they made a million mistakes. Do not wait for your grammar to be 100% perfect before you open your mouth, because every single mistake you make is actually building your experience and your comfort level. You've got to use your voice. So, I want to leave you with a challenge for today. Think about your schedule. Will you be buying a coffee later, seeing a coworker? Step out of the textbook today, embrace that little bit of fear, smile, and use your voice to make a real connection. Just one simple sentence is all it takes to start. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.